plant community, thanks for tuning in this channel. My name is Pam and I have another fun one for you guys. I am actually going to show you a small portion of my collection of plant pot combos. These are some, I guess in my mind, craftedly designed plant to pot creations that I put together. Now, whether it's something that I did on my own, a DIY, or through thrifting, or just buying a pot, these are some of my favorite, and I think I limited it down to about 12, you guys, and trust me, that was really hard because I do have, and I'm looking right around right now, I still have a few more that I felt like I could have added to the list, but I didn't want to make this video but for so long, you know. So let's just dive right into it. And yeah, I hope you kind of like this kind of thing. Yeah, show me some support by giving me the thumbs up. Thank you in advance. So really quick, before I start showing you guys, of course, in my plant journey, you learn certain things as you go along. You know, your preferences and likes may also change as you grow within your journey as well. At least it has for me. And at first, I was just getting all types of stuff. And I think I still am. I'm going with the gut feel. I'm going with the fun. I'm going with the, oh, let me try to think outside the box a little bit or do something different or something like that sometimes. Now, I don't think any of the ones that I'm showing you today has anything with thinking outside the box, and I probably should have picked one, but I didn't for this video, so maybe later on, we'll see. So let me just jump right into it and start off the first one, since you've probably seen it already with the thumbnail. Now, of course, I have to start off with this beautiful, I think this is the Etta Rose Aglaonema, which, guys, y'all know, I can't grow them to save my life. The Aglaonemas, they are easy for everyone else, but they are not easy for me. And I'm just appreciating the fact that you're still alive after all these years. What am I doing for you that clearly your brothers and sisters did not like, because they're no longer with us? So yeah, I have a couple of Aglaonemas in my collection that's holding on, like this beautiful one right here. And I'm so glad she is one of the surviving ones, you guys, because guys, she is absolutely, can y'all see? Absolutely gorgeous, right? And I just thought she paired so well with this wine color, I guess, I don't know what vase or whatever you want to call it, but I got it thrifting. And I thought it would be a cool cash po. And who knew that when I brought her home, I just thought that this plant, the leaf with that just goes so well. I don't know, I really love this plant. Very beautiful plant. Y'all let me know if y'all actually take any consideration with potting your plants up into certain pots for the fields. Okay, my next one, of course, is my beautiful Hoya Crowiana Super Silver, you guys. One of the reasons I love this plant, you see that, guys? She is just, y'all let me know, if y'all have this plant, do she blooms like this for y'all? Because, I mean, like, out of my entire Hoya collection now, I gotta say, my Hoya, what are you? My Crimson Queen, she does bloom vigorously for me as well. They're almost like on a race, but like she has to be this one right here has to be one of my prolific bloomers as far as the multiple blooms at one time. And I just love it because when I come in here, it's such a beautifully fragrant smell. Thank God her odor is not offensive, because we would have a problem then. But guys, because of the silverness, I just thought it went so well with this white little pot that I got. And I got this pot a few years ago, I think from Ace. And of course, I had like a coupon or something, because they have beautiful pots, but their pots can be a little bit pricey. So I usually wait until I get the little discount coupons that they send me, and I use it to, if I ever wanted to splurge. But I just think it's such a beaut. Look at these blooms, you guys. And it's just like, oh man, it's such Like she just, look at that. She just goes on and on. Okay, we're not, okay. But you see what I mean as far as, I thought the silver played well with the silverness on here as well as the mix of the white because it's like a subtle, I guess, subtle silver color, you guys. It's just such a beautiful plant. And I just really love this pairing. Also, too, you guys, there's a little fun little interactive thing. Y'all know I love interacting with y'all, and I love reading y'all comments. I really do. Out of the ones that I show y'all, tell me which one that you like or which one speaks your vibe as far as, I'm just curious, you know. I don't know. There's everything I'm going to show you guys, right? Some of y'all might say, oh, it's an ugly combination. And then some of y'all be like, oh, that's cool, you know. So I'm curious. Anyway, I showed you this plant right here a lot of times, and I'm going to keep showing it because I just love her, and I love her. That's all I'm going to say. And this is my Mandarin orange spider plant. She is such a beauty, you guys. And I mean, first of all, you can't even see my face. She's so full. I done had her for, she is almost going on 4 years under my care, you guys. And oh man, this leaf, you probably can't even tell. It snapped. It's like broken off, but I'm going to leave her be until she dries off. Oh. You know, honestly, you guys, another sidebar real quick. Sometimes I really don't see the intricacies of some of these plants until I'm actually showing them with you. So y'all may be laughing at me sometimes because I actually be having some true, honest responses. Which I just realized how kid-like I sounded when I was like, oh man. But sometimes, you know, that's what these plants do for me. It takes me to a good fun place, like free of stress and like just a bunch of joy. That takes me back to my childhood when we didn't have to worry about bills and just a plethora of responsibilities. So yeah. So anyway, but guys, the reason why I'm showing this is because I really love that creamy sherbet color. I think it plays off so well with this design, this Spanish, I would say Spanish design, you guys. I don't know. I'm sorry. Guys, I'm so sorry. This lighting, the sun has been coming in this room lately in the past few days like with a vengeance, and I'm not mad at it, but I really wish it would calm down so y'all guys can see, but I'm trying to show my best without. But guys, you see that? That is so beautiful. And like I said, I've had her for 4 years, and pretty much she's been in this pot for almost 4 years. And I don't want to repot her because, oh man, it's like, and it's painted because she is a, I think it's, yeah, it's painted because she is actually a terracotta pot. But I don't want to put her in another terracotta pot. Now, unless I can try to come up with a creative way to design it, then maybe I would repot her in that. And speaking of designs on my own, let's get to that. I'm going to show you something that is kind of like, I guess it speaks to the pot, but I think it also speaks to my creativity or trying to create a particular vibe for a plant. And sometimes you can do that as well. At least I can. I try to. And this is my, I don't know what this is. I think it's a grafted cacti. I can't think of the name, you guys. But I have her in a terracotta pot. And I put some pebbles on top. But I really like this little cute thing that I found at the dollar store. I think I paid $1 for it when they did like a severe markdown. And I think it just gives it such a tranquil vibe. This piece right here, you guys, I got thrifting. I love handmade materials or any design that was handmade. And someone actually did make this because they engraved their name at the bottom, and their name, I don't want to show the bottom, you guys, because it looked like it's actually the first and last name, and you know I don't want to do that. But Chelsea, so whoever Chelsea was, I just think it was a very, or is, I think it's very cool, funky little design. And so I thought I use it to catch the water when I water her, but I leave her just like this. It almost looks like it was made to go together, and I don't know. I really like this. What do y'all think? Let me know your thoughts with this one. Sometimes I try to push myself outside of the comfort zone. I stay with like my basic earth tones. I don't know why. That's just me, I guess. Or maybe it's the Libra in me. I don't know. But I stick with the blues. Blues is like one of my favorite colors. I like natural browns, terracotta, tan, sometimes black, depending on how it looks and things like that. So I don't really do a lot of bright colors, even though people say I should because it goes well with me, even when I wear my clothes. But anyway, yeah, you see a lot of me, I think, in some of the styles that I'm kind of showing you guys, more or less. So right here is my Hoya kalista-falla. She's another prolific bloomer for me, guys, that actually bloom. Actually, she had recently 4 blooms. Um, on her at one time, and they just fell off probably a couple of days ago. But what I really like about this, I think that the reptilian type of vibe that you get from this plant pairs well with the way that I designed this. So this was just basically a terracotta pot, and I found these little cool little like I got these like little stickers, I guess, like I don't know if it was stickers, some kind of something in the craft aisle, you guys, because when I go to the dollar store, I go in the craft aisle and I literally walk in the aisle to see if anything pulls at me and speaks to me, whether I want to do something creative right then and there in the moment, or if I feel like later on that this piece of material or item will be purposeful whenever I decide I get into a creative mood. I tend to grab it. So anyway, this was one of the cases, but this was like little stickers, and so I decided to put it on the terracotta, and it's another one. And I sealed it with, I think, Mod Podge. So it gives it a little, like, I don't know if the camera probably is not picking it up because of this crazy lighting that's going on in here, but let me pull it back. I don't know if the camera is picking up the sheen, but I kind of sealed it. And, you know, I always say less, say more. And for me, in this case, I feel like it says a lot, and I just love it. I just love the look of it. So natural. My next one, you guys, is another little cute little fun one that I got thrifting, you guys, and I just grabbed it. I had no idea what plant I was going to put in, and of course it just magically works out whenever I do these kind of things. But I really like this. This is some kind of cute little, I'm going to show you the pot first. Cute little picture. It's black, but it has like these gold like butterflies and some kind of give me a second, you guys. I think my phone is about to overheat because of the sun. Okay, so we're back, you guys. Phone had to cool off. But anyway, let's go back to it. So this, you guys, is just this little thing little pot that I found crafting, you guys. And I really love the gold tones on there. You see like looks like, I was thinking butterflies, but I really don't know what that is. And then it has like this beautiful outline on here. I just love the gold accent that's really making this black pot pops. And what I really love pairing this particular one with is with this beautiful this is my Alocasia, what is this? Black velvet, you guys. And I have her growing in some homemade pond that I made, and then the bulky, what is it, perlite at the bottom, which I need to put some more water in her right now. But what's so special, isn't that pretty? First of all, I just love that. And I just really love this because I grew her from a corm. So, and this is the latest leaf, you guys. She hasn't even hardened off yet. As you can see, she's not finished relaxing her unfurlment, you guys. But I really love the pairing here. I think it really does very well. And I just really love her. She's growing inside my dining room on top of my shelf, where she's mainly just getting light from my Sansi light. And it's kind of funny because this is the baby, but the parent one is actually in here, and she is not looking good at all, you guys. And I don't know whether or not if I need to, yeah, I'm talking about you. It's like she's looking at me like, how dare you? But she's not looking good. So I'm wondering if I should bring her out of this room and maybe see if she does better inside my home. You know, I have this beautiful sunroom, but I find out later on that all the plants don't do well in here. And some plants just don't need that much of an intense type of lighting situation. So she very well may be one, because this one is looking, this baby is looking so beautiful. And I just love it so much. This next one, you guys, just speaks to just a casual earth tone. Y'all know I love my earth tone vibes. And I just love this plant with it. I just think it gives it such a cute little vibe. And this is my climbing aloe, you guys. First of all, I really love this plant. I found this pot, you guys, thrifting as well. And I have her in, I put her in a little clear, this is like a 3-inch clear planter that I put her in. And this was actually, I think, a very good find for me at a big box store, if you can believe that. I found her at Lowe's sometime last year, you guys, and it was the only one, me and these only one finds. It was like she was waiting for me. But they can grow really huge in the wild, like tall trees. So I think the structure of it and the beautiful green color, just natural green color, plays off very well with this. I don't know what color this is, like a brown, but not a brown, like acorny-ish like color. And I think of actual acorn for some reason when I look at this pot. And I don't know, it just gives me such a vibe. And I feel like once she grows even taller and starts spiking out like she has with her leaves here, that she will be really a cool conversation starter, if nothing else. This other plant that I'm about to show you guys, I potted her up in here, and it's because I really like the natural tones. This was also a planter that I found thrifting, you guys, but it looks like that someone handmade this as well. I love handmade pieces whenever I can find them. I think it gives it character in your plant collection, but you also know that you have a one-of-a-kind that is not mass-produced, and no one's going to be able to get this particular design. So, and someone did make it because it's initials carved at the bottom, which I think is cute. But I really love that. You see how it plays a little bit with the shades of color. Very cool earth tone. I love the texture. It's smooth, but at the same time have some rough finishes here and there. Even the bottom is like, the bottom looks like it was unfinished. I love that look depending on how it's being designed. But I do have my, I decided to pot her up. Initially, I had used this as a cash pole, and this is my Hoya silver dollar, you guys. And I feel like the silver plays such a good contrast with whatever this metallic, like brownish, I don't know what color it is, but I don't know. I really love the look of that. And I just recently decided to put her in a no drainage situation. So I'm doing her the same way I did my beautiful Wilbur Graves, which is an honorable mention as well, because I think she has a very good pairing of the plant and pot. I just did not select her because I know I've been kind of like talking a lot about that plant, and that's because she's like my S tier plant, one of the plants that I really, really love, and love the way that she's growing and how she's growing. So I decided to do the same with her. I pretty much just have leca pebbles down at the bottom, at least this much of it. And then I think the other half is probably just the soil. And I just water her. I wait for her to completely dry out. And I want to test the theory out to see if maybe she too will take off in this upcoming growing season. I had her in my collection so far for a year. And when I brought her in 2023, she only had 2 leaves, and it was questionable because one of the leaves looked like it was about to fall off and die off. But and I think it did, and I was down to just 1 leaf. I was getting a little concerned. It took a while before she even started showing signs of some form of growth, and I'm so glad she did. So now this past year in 2024, she pushed out a lot of all of these leaves that you see right here. This is the latest leaf, however, that is just starting to form actually within this year. I don't know if it's finished off yet, but look at that subtle hue. And she's also shot out this vine. So she is actually sitting on one of my clear shelves that's suctioned to the window. So she's getting a lot of bright and direct light. My goal with this plant is to see if she will sun stress a perfect stressing that will showcase maybe a possible hue of purple with this beautiful silver color. And I just think that that will just add a little subtle pop of color with everything that you see here. When I do pick my plants and pots together, I do try to look at the future of how I can grow this plant. And if I can actually see a future with the plant, it sounds like a relationship, right? A future with the plant, then yeah, I go for it. Another thing that I've learned, and this I've actually learned this from my daughter, taught me this. Shout out to her, by the way. She showed me, she is an artist in her own right, whether she wants to admit it or not, but she is. And so she was telling me about how you want to pair pots with maybe bright colors with dark colors or vice versa. So if you have a dark colored plant, that it may do look very aesthetically pleasing in a lighter color pot, and vice versa. So if you have like a light color plant, it might pop even more in a darker pot. And so, I kind of like took some of her advice and tried to incorporate that thought as well. And I'm going to show you an example of that right now. And that would be, I love this plant so much, you guys. Oh my gosh. This is my, is this Syngonium? No, this Syngonium. Oh my goodness. my Begonia, but this is a Begonia. It says Alice Faye. I got from Steve Leaves a few months back. And what trips me out is it gives me that, is it a Begonia, what's that, beefsteak? Which is the one that I really wanted, but it just looks more like it to me, you guys. It's so full you can't even hardly see the pot, but the dark color with this orange playful pot, like, look at that. It's so cute, right? I love the mushrooms, but from afar, this reminds me, I don't know why, I think of daggone mustache, and then I'm with the mushroom and all, I start thinking about Mario. For those of us that play video games out there, old school status, you know what I mean? But it's very playful, and I just love this color. And guys, look, I mean, that back, that red with this orange. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, this plant is beautiful, man. And oh man, and she is starting to take off right now. I have her actually, she is planted over here. I have her sitting over here, so she's getting a lot of light all the way around, panoramic lighting, also from this beautiful Sancy light. And I mean, this has got to be one of my favorite. Oh man. That's all I can say. Okay, I think I have two more. Okay, so this one right here, I just had to pair it together. It was like a no-brainer. Sometimes I try to match. Actually, I got three that I want to show you. Actually, yeah. Sometimes I try to match in color. It just, I don't know, whatever I be doing, it just work out for the best later on as I go through the process, if that makes any sense. But this is my Euphorbia Millii. Pink Cadillac is what they call it. And you guys, I just thought this is absolutely the perfect pairing, if I do say so myself. Oh, she has a dying leaf. Let me pull that off. And I love that natural print. And then it has that bold piece of color. This color pairs well with the actual color of the blooms. I love this plant so much because this plant will give you a smile on a gloomy day. This plant will give you positive vibes when you don't see any splashes of color in your other parts of your collection, especially when you're in the non-growing season. And that's what I really love and admire about this plant, is that she flowers throughout the year, you guys. So it really, like right now, we're not in the growing season per se, but she makes me feel like that I am, and I appreciate that warmth of color, that tropical vibe. I mean, and then, I don't know, this is a cool plant, you guys. But yeah, I just, love it. I don't know, probably one of my favorite pairings. Like, oh man, it's hard to pick, honestly, you guys. Y'all comment, let me know if y'all really like this, because I love this. Also, I got this one, this plant from Gabriella Plants. Shout out to Gabriella. She don't know who I am, but I still give out shout outs whenever I can to some of my favorite plant growers, if that makes sense, because yeah, they need to be appreciated. But this is beautiful. Okay, so this other one, these last two I showed y'all before, but I could not have done this video at all without showing them. That's just hands down, I just couldn't do it. So first of all, and they are magically, they're both Hoyas. Surprise, surprise, right? But this is my Hoya in Glariana, I believe. Guys. Oh. Now, granted, she's a little broke because I did crack her. I glued her back because I love this planter so much. But guys, the vibe. Let me take this out. Yes, Hoya AFF Glariana, Vietnam. You can see that. And I am loving, when I got this plant, and then I got this pot later after I got the plant, and I brought this pot home, I was looking at this plant, and at the time she was not growing like this. She was a little bit smaller. And I said, I'm going to wait a little bit, but I just knew, I saw the vision with her, and I just really, and she was growing inside my house. I brought her in here, which is what really helped her take off, because she is really starting to do the hanging thing. And I really love these small, cute, elongated, dainty little leaves, you guys. Oh my gosh. This plant is super amazing, super adorable, and it just deserved an adorable home, you know, so beautifully designed. It's just so, this plays off fun. This plays off carefree. This plays off the favorite things you love about childhood, and I just couldn't be the happiest. Okay, let me put this back. Oh, one more thing, you guys. Now, it's all the soil and all of that, it goes all the way down here. And like, wow. So I had a deep concern about that, because I do know some Hoyas, they love their roots to be bound, and some Hoyas I'm finding out they don't. Well, that's for a conversation on another day. But anyway, what I did do, you guys, I did the same thing. I filled, yeah, I think I did. I wanted to make sure that whatever I did, it was completely airy, because I did not want to root rot this plant. And so I have, I think, a lot of leca balls filling this portion up to about here. And I have only a little bit of soil, and then the rest is the cocoa chips, you guys. And so far, she likes it. And when I water her, she immediately drains through, which is an indicator that she is getting good aeration. And yeah, so I broke it because I tried to drill a hole in her, because she, but it works out. So I'm happy about that one. And my final one for today, just making sure. Yep. I just love this one. Guys, I got this one thrifting as well. I drilled a hole in it because I saw the vibe with this plant, and I don't know what in the world. It just gives me like a, I don't know, a fall vibe, a spooky story type of vibe. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But guys, it's my Hoya pollinera. You guys, it goes great with this pot. First of all, like I said, I found this thrifting. I don't even know. It's some kind of pot. I think I had Googled it or something. It's some kind of form of a pot. I can't think of the information offhand. But I think it also comes in a set. Like there's actually a bigger pot that's like this somewhere. And I took my time, you guys, drilling a hole in this. And I did the same thing. She's, for the most part, is being grown in a little bit of soil and a lot of cocoa chips, because that's how it was being grown when I purchased her. I had this plant in the beginning of my plant journey, you guys. I killed it. Probably overwatered her. She was in a lot of soil. I didn't understand that concept at the time. But anyway, she died very quickly under my care. So this one, you know, she has been growing very nicely for me, you guys. And even though this does have fish tail shape. Because it's in this pot with the black and then whatever the squiggly design thing, I get bat wing vibes from this, and I don't know why, but I do. Like, I just do, and it just gives me, it's such a vibe, you know. I really love this plant and pot. So I don't know, you guys. I think I shared some pretty cool ones, some that are hit or and miss. I wish I had, now I'm looking at it, I wish I had grouped them from my top favorite to the least. But I would honestly say these last two probably was my number one and number two out of all of them. And I think for the most part, I may have showed you them in some way, some order somehow, I guess. I don't know. But comment below, let me know which ones that I showed you that spoke to you. I'm curious. I want to take some kind of census in regards to this. But yeah, this pretty much ends this video, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Keep in mind, if you love foliage as much as I do and you love listening to planting things, definitely subscribe to this channel. Keep pushing the thumbs up. Keep pushing them up. They've been helping my channel out. Thank you so much. I'm happy to share with you that I'm on the road of getting 3,000 subscribers. So I'm super excited about that. Now, I guess maybe in a, what do you want to call it? A virtual world, that's just a small chunk. But I am very proud of the things that I've done so far on this channel. And again, I couldn't have done any of this without the support from you guys. I love, like I said, y'all comments and the support and love y'all been giving me throughout my time here on YouTube. So thank you so much. And yeah, so yeah, this ends the video, you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Have a fun day.